Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Lex Croup and I'm back. And sometimes I just fucking hate people. And I'm sorry for my language. And if anybody is offended, I apologize. I'm not going to be a gentleman in this commentary. So if you were looking for a gentlemanly commentary, please leave now. But come back later. Okay, so now that the spoiler's out, sometimes I just fucking hate people. Now, I am this is something maybe a lot of you people might not know, but I'm pretty judgmental. I am very opinionated. And a lot of the time, I just look at somebody and I look for the worst in them right away. And I don't know. Yeah, not all the time. I don't know. Just sometimes, like, things just frustrate me. Like, the reason why I'm doing this commentary is I was on the bus and I was standing up because that's what you do when the bus is reasonably packed. And most people that take, not most people, there are a portion of people that take the buses that are either with some sort of disadvantage to not like myself, where maybe overweight, slightly crippled. There's a lot of those people that take the bus. So I'm standing as a young male should, and there's a guy sitting at the front of the bus. He looks older, but at the same time I can tell he's not. He's probably like early 20s, and but he looks like he could be like mid to late 20s. But at the same time you can kind of tell about somebody that even if they look older, you can tell that they're still not. But not because of his actions, but just because of the I don't know. He was probably around like early 20s. I'd say around 22, 23. So he's sitting down on the bus at the front of the bus where the reserved seats for either handicapped, pregnant, elderly people are supposed to sit. And the seats start packing up. There's one spot available. It's on his side. And there's a man who comes on the bus who is extremely large. Like sitting in one seat isn't necessarily going to do it. And he also is crippled. Not crippled, but he has a disability. He's blind, so he has a cane. So he gets that seat first. And this douchebag just sat there and wouldn't get up. And he sat there and just, didn't do shit. That kind of got me upset. Then the bus got even more packed, and a woman with children, a child in a carriage, were coming on the bus. And he's one of those people that has his headphones in and he's not fucking paying attention to the people around him and the concerns and the well-being of people around him. So he's just sitting there looking at his damn phone with his headphones in, not giving two shits. And out of the corner of his eye, he finally sees the carriage coming on. He looks around and looks at elderly people getting out of the seat so it can fold up for this woman with children. And he looks up and he sees that they're getting up, so he stays sitting and he keeps continuing on his damn cell phone. So one of the elderly women walks over to his seat and is like, "Would you mind moving? Can you move?" I couldn't hear her words exactly. I don't know if she was being rude about it. Basically to raise a point that, dude, get the fuck out of the seat. You're like a young male. Stand up. But I think it was more along the lines of, "Can you move, please? I'd like to sit there." Something around those lines. So he looks up at her, gives her the dirtiest look, and then finally gets up and stands up. The second he gets an opportunity to sit down, there's a younger woman. I would say like 20 if she's lucky, probably 18 to 20. And she's sitting in the dual seats, but she's sitting closer to the window. So that means there's an available spot. And, she makes it so that somebody can sit down. And he is obviously the first one to fucking take it. And there's still bigger people that are being forced to stand. Then there's this other guy. So this isn't just one person on this bus. That's why I kind of lost my shit and wanted to do this commentary. There's this other guy who is also on the bus. And he's a young male. I would say early 20s, maybe closer to mid 20s, maybe around 25. And he's sitting in one of the dual seats, but he is sitting in the aisle seat so that nobody can sit in the blank seat right next to him. And all these people that got up for the woman with the children and the carriage are sitting there standing, and there's this woman who's got to be close to 200 pounds. You know, it's probably, you know, it's for people that are at that weight, it's bad for their joints to stand for long periods of time. It's just, it's science. And this guy is sitting there, and he's fucking taking up 2 seats. He doesn't have baggage. He doesn't have anything. And he's another douchebag that is sitting there on his damn cell phone texting while other people could use the damn seats. Get the fuck up, man. Stop being a douchebag. So, he sits there and he stays there. This guy doesn't move. He doesn't move. And this woman is just standing there, and she's big. And she knows that he should at least move over so they can share the dual seating. So, at an attempt to get him to move over, she has a very large bag, and she slowly starts like putting it in his face. And like rubbing it in his face. And while this guy is texting and being a thug, by the way, this guy's like he's all white boy thugged out. And it just he looks stupid. And he's sitting there, and he looks up at her like, what the fuck? He didn't like, he wasn't very loud. It was like kind of, it was a faint whisper. But the face was like angry. Like he gave the face of go fuck yourself, like anger face. But he was just, what the fuck? And then he made the motion as if he was going to move over, and like went and sat on the crotch of the 2 seats, and then went back to the fucking outer seat. So she like heard him moving, so she looked down. She was like, oh, okay, maybe that, no, fuck my life, right? That's basically like what just happened. I noticed a seat behind me that was vacant that she could get to, so I tapped her on the shoulder and said, ma'am, would you like to sit down? There's a seat here. I was going to say something to the guy like 2 or 3 fucking times, and I'm just such a pussy that I didn't open my mouth. And I should have said something and been like, dude, would you mind moving over so this kind this kind woman can sit down in the dual seats that are made for 2 people? Okay. I got that off my chest, and if I offended anybody, I do apologize. I don't like to offend people. I don't like to upset people. I am very opinionated, though, and sometimes you just got to get something off your chest. And whether or not I actually upload this or not, you know, only you will know. Anyways, this is Lex Coop saying, please respect the people around you. Have common courtesy for others. Respect your elders. Like, just, I don't understand people that don't treat other people with respect, because if you treat other people with respect, they will treat you with respect. I don't understand these people. All right, this is Lex Coop saying, Raycom, subscribe, doochie doo skadoosh.